Today, my name is Kay Mesa and we are assigned in Lesson 12, which is LGBT issues in workplace diversity. So, we don't have these two genders anymore, and we added this kind of genders, which is lesbian, gay, bisexual, and transgender. So what we mean by lesbian, it is a girl or a woman who likes the same sex, just like the gay, but in a man who likes a man. And we have here the bisexual, which means that there is a girl that likes the boy and a girl. That is what we call bisexual. And the last one, which is transgender. Transgender, it has a man face, but it has the female organs. Then, just like the vice versa, we have here the a girl face or a female appearance, but they do have this what we call the male organs. So that is what we mean by LGBT. So many LGBT people avoid discrimination and harassment in the workplace by not being out to their supervisors or with their co-workers, as they are afraid of being harassed and discriminated due to their gender, which is LGBT. We have here lesbian, gay, bisexual, and transgender, as they do believe that there are also people who doesn't or against with that gender. That's why most of them doesn't like being out to their real gender. So, as also in Christian, they label the gay as un-Catholic, as the Christian believes that there are only two gender that is based on the Bible, which is a man and a woman. Okay, so also LGBT face a lot of discriminations, especially when they are out in being in public, such as also in a workplace. So in this chapter, we welcome the new issues in society and also in a workplace, which is the LGBT issues in workplace diversity. And also, this chapter also talks about the the goal of LGBT, which is they are also seeking for equality for them to be successful in the future. So my classmate, Wilfredo Darap and Mariel Niepas will discuss the recruitment and retention. So that's all. Thank you.
In recruitment, LGBT employees of the color were more likely to report being denied jobs and verbal harassment. So, many LGBT employees reported in the covering behaviors to avoid harassment of discrimination at work. We have 46% of LGBTQ workers have experienced unfair treatment at work at some point in their lives, and also discrimination includes bias and discrimination in recruitment and hiring. So, what is bias and discrimination in recruitment and hiring? Hiring discrimination happens when an unfair hiring decision takes place based on a person or color or religion, sexual orientation, place of origin, age, or genetics. And second one is on the job inequality and unfair firing. So, inequality and unfair firing, transgender employees were also significantly more likely to experience discrimination. So, based on their LGBT status than cisgender, LGBT employees nearly half. We have 48.8% of transgenders employees reported experiencing discrimination, being fired or not hired based on their LGBT status based on their LGBT status compared to 27% at 27.8% of cisgender LGB employees more specifically over twice as many transgender employees reported not being hired for 43.9% because of their LGBT status compared to LGB employees we have 21.5%.
So, hello everyone. So, nag-face mask ko kay na-misplace akong Marvel. So, my report is about retention. COMS 2012 states that one diverse job candidates have been recruited. It is vital to have a workplace environment in which all employees are treated fairly and respectfully, have equal access to opportunities and resources, and can contribute fully to the organization's success. Organizations recognized for exceptional inclusion and diversity practices often have programs that include so kani siya kanang when different job candidates are recruited, the employers may be treated equally. So kanang kapag nay bago nga mga trabahante just like that, then dapat kay kanang i-treat gyud ninyo sila og kanang dapat kay i-fair nimo sila pag-respect, irespeto nimo sila og kanang pantay, tapos kanang kung unsa nimo kung unsa nimo pagtrato ang isa, dapat mo po itrato nimo sa isa, dapat kay fair sila. So there's example like saan siya, establishing LGBT employee resource groups to provide leadership and growth opportunities for LGBT employees and serve as a vehicle to educate leaders about issues important to LGBT in the workplace. Such groups also serve as ambassadors to the LGBT community. Second is mentoring and leadership development program for diverse employees, including LGBT, as well as programs to educate senior leaders and employees in general about diversity issues, and including LGBT content in inclusion and diversity training. So, sa pagtukod sa mga grupo bago na kanang para makuanan sa mga empleyado like kanang mga sa LGBT kanang para pod mahatagan sila og kanang matagaan sila og kanang chance na mulugo sad ang ilang negosyo. Kanang hantagan sad og kanang time ang mga LGBT, kanang mga bisexual, unsa sila magdala sa kanang negosyo. So ang mga empleyado at nagsisilbing sakyan upang turuan ang mga pinuno tungkol sa amin na mahalaga sa mga LGBT sa lugar ng trabaho. Ang mga naturang grupo ay nagsilbi rin bilang mga ambasador sa LGBT community, mentoring at leadership development program para sa magkakaibang mga empleyado, kabilang ang mga LGBT, pati na rin ang mga programa upang turuan ang mga nakatataas na pinuno at empleyado sa pangkalahatan tungkol sa pagkakaiba-iba sa amin, kabilang nilalaman ng LGBT sa pagsasama at pagsasanay sa pagkakaiba-iba, proof na organisasyon na magpapasabog ng pangako sa LGBT at nag-aalok ng mga pagkakataong magboluntaryo na may kaugnayan sa mga komunidad na ito. So namanggoy ka ng mga gipang saligan lang, and then wala na nga tuman, diba, kanang gipang saaran lang sila tapos wala na nga tuman. So next is organization leading the pack with their inclusion and diversity efforts to realizing the tremendous benefits and opportunities afforded by tapping into pools of skilled workers, regardless of gender, sexual orientation, ethnicity, or background. Actively taking steps to embrace diversity will help organization establish themselves as not only welcome LGBT workers but also realizing the positive impacts of diverse workforce, higher degrees of employees' engagement.
Conclusion. Although the progress in terms of LGBTQ right has been made and attitudes towards LGBTQ people are people have changed the past few decades. The implication of anti-LGBTQ prejudice and discrimination remain serious. It is critical that efforts to change these attitudes continue and that LGBTQ affirmative social scientists, educators, and practitioners continue to develop a robust knowledge base to guide these efforts. In addition, there is related literature that highlights the strength and resilience found in the LGBTQ community, even in the face of this diversity. So, in recruitment, so